Almost all financial problems involve finding today's value of a series of cash receipts over time. The technique we use to do this is called DCF, for discounted cash flow. The concept of internal rate of return, or IRR, is related to the one of discounted cash flow, in that it equates today's price of an investment opportunity with its discounted expected cash flows. In general terms, the higher the IRR, the better. The lower the IRR, the worse. In assessing the return on an investment, or ROI, we can use the internal rate of return. Consider a real estate company that invested 1 million euros in a property that was then let out for 50,000 euros a year for 4 years, and that was eventually sold for 2 million euros at the end of the 4th year. What was the company's return on investment? We can use Excel's IRR function to come up with an answer. The purchase price is 1,000 or 1 million, since we can use thousands as measuring unit at time 0. The receipts from this investment are 50,000 at the end of the 1st year, 50,000 at the end of the 2nd year, and so on until the end of the 4th year, when the property is eventually sold for 2 million euros. Let's change format for these cells so that they are easier to read. When arranging the numbers on your spreadsheet, make sure you consistently use the minus sign for outflows and the plus or no sign for receipts. You could even do the opposite, i.e. minus sign for receipts and plus sign for outflows. Though it would be less straightforward. I couldn't think what to say. What's important is to use opposite signs for outflows and receipts. Let's add another column to enter when these cash flows occur. Bonus tip: use this shortcut to have Excel complete a sequence of integer numbers. Enter the first two terms, 0 and 1, then select the range where you just entered them, and then bring the mouse pointer empty cross to the bottom and to the right of the selection where there's a solid square until the mouse pointer turns into a solid cross, and then double click it. And voila! Excel will complete the sequence of integer numbers by entering them until it finds a non-empty row next to it. The internal rate of return is the compound rate of return paid by the investment. And to carry out this computation, one needs a trial and error approach that is internally implemented by Excel's IRR function. In this case, we get a 23% internal rate of return. Excel features an outstanding function to face real-life computations when cash flows are not equally spaced across time. The XIRR function. The XIRR function takes on two arguments, one for cash flows and one for dates. Let's assume these cash flows occur at real dates like June 12, 2016, May 5th, 2017, May 5th, 2018. Let's make it more real using odd dates as well. May 6th, 2019, May 4th, 2020, and the reset price is collected on June 6th, 2020. The internal rate of return using Excel's XIRR function is again 23%. Again, the internal rate of return is the compound rate of return on an investment. You need a series of cash flows and their corresponding times or dates of occurrence. Use real dates with Excel's XIRR function for real-life applications of the internal rate of return as a practical way for measuring the return on investment opportunities.